lot. So then we switched it to our Localscapes house model. That still has lawn in the front yard and the backyard. So we're not totally eliminating lawn. We still had about 30% lawn on the Localscapes house. The amount of water that was used was about 63,000 gallons. So really, it takes about a third as much water as a typical yard, but it looks like a traditional yard. So you're not going to stand out weird or awkward. It's usually the best looking landscape in the neighborhood.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
it's better. It's not just a standard.
Yeah, and it's easy. Like once you put in the basics, then add some plants over time. You don't have to do it all immediately. So you can do this in phases. Very few of us can just change everything all at once, but thank you for the people who can and keep us in business.
Well, like we talk about flip your strip. I've had a couple friends that have done it. They've posted their successes online, and that's an easy first step for people to grasp because you're usually on one zone, so you're not doing an irrigation overhaul. You're only replacing one whole zone with drip, and then you kind of get the basics on that. And then it's not totally huge if you have small plants that are going to grow big.
Yeah.
And you just see it kind of take in, fill in, and
It's a great place to experiment. Most of us aren't too emotionally attached to our park strip, so it's a good place to start. And then with some of the new irrigation equipment that's available, right? It's made so much easier. We're big fans of that new the Rainbird drip irrigation conversion kit. It's like $20
from sprinkler heads, existing sprinkler heads over.
So if you have if it's already on its own zone, you can't split a zone. It has to be either drip or overhead spray because they have different needs and they put out water at different pressures and things. So you can make the change really easy. You buy that kit; it's like $20. You unscrew and I thought you had to take the whole sprinkler head off and put this whole new one on. You don't even have to do that. You take the old sprinkler head off, pop I guess as long as it's the same sizing. Pop the filter in, put the new head on, and it has the pressure regulator built into it. You can run the drip line straight from there, and then you just cap off the old heads. Well, I would probably do it in two places, just in case my drip line ever got
so
plugged.
it's like a
one on one end, one on the other. So convert those two, and then just take your old heads and either buy the caps to just turn your old sprinkler heads into that, or dig it up and pull the old head out and cap it off down below grade.
You're not replacing the valves. You're not cutting into the pipe. You're not doing any of that stuff. Because I was thinking, oh man, you have to
retrofit,
dig it out
like
and cut a hole. Cut a hole in the pipe and put in the pressure reducer, so you're not blowing out your drip line.
You could technically, in most situations, switch to drip without even having to pick up a shovel.
Oh, that's
nice.
Fantastic.
This is the Rainbird system that you're talking about.
So it's and you won't find that at the big box stores either. You need to go to our local irrigation. So that would be Sprinkler World, Ewing Irrigation, Mountain States, or Sprinkler Supply.
We'll be expecting a check in the mail for
yes.
But no, that's fantastic because that just makes it so much easier.
And so does the Localscapes webpage or whatnot? Does it have a list of plants that you and the team, the committee has recommended, or not so much?
And this is why.
Okay, yeah.
So we really want to focus on the layout and getting people to have the right layout. It's really tempting to just skip to plants. And in fact, one of the things that made an impression on me early on is we'd had a thing that we were doing before this that we called Homeowner University, and where we were showing them, okay, you want to install your own yard, this is what it's going to take to do it. And it's a 3-hour class. And we'll show you the basics in 3 hours. And one lady came out during the irrigation part, and she's like, I don't want to hear all of this. I just want to know what to plant. And that's when we knew we had a problem, because it's really fun to just skip to that last step and just put the plants in. They're like the frosting, but they're not going to fix the cake. Mm-hmm. And so people just keep replanting, and then they think it's the plants. They say, I have a brown thumb, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. It's either you're using the wrong plants, or there's problems there's other problems you're not seeing that you don't know about. And so we want to focus on that. And then the other thing we've done with Localscapes is it can't just be, so this is our expert team that we've talked about, but we have experts out in the community, like across the green industry, and we are all using different language. So a designer will talk about things in one way, and that might be different than how a maintenance person talks about it, or a contractor, or a nursery person. So here's the public trying to get good information, and our profession is all talking in different ways, and we're just confusing the heck out of people. So I thought, if we can come up with this common language, and then we're all going to use it, then now the public can get the information they need to actually take action that succeeds. And so we have Localscapes partners, just industry professionals that say, you know what, this is the simplest, most straightforward way to landscape. It is the only way? No. But if you want to be happy with, if you want to reap all of these certain benefits, then you do it this way. And so we try to kind of hand things off to those pros. So we, with the local nurseries, we're like, look, get your layout. Once you have that, then go to your local nursery. They can help you pick out the plants right there where you can see them and move you forward that way. But then maybe it takes you 5 years to plant it all, to get it the way you want it. But you know that every time you put something in, it is moving you closer to the goal rather than being something you're going to end up tearing out later anyway.
Sure. Yeah, that's...
Cynthia, holy cow. We are so happy.
The infamous Cynthia Bee.
We've been waiting. I've been trying to...
Incredible.
Oh, no, I have fun. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, localscapes.com. It's where you can find out about the classes. We have an introductory class that's an hour that you can take. It's also available as an online course. And really sorry that we're really stiff in the online course. We're garden people, not actors. So there's that online course as well. And then for those that want a little more information, there's the Localscapes University classes. And these are all taught at our different gardens. That's a 3-hour, and that really focuses on the how to make the changes. The first class focuses on what to do. The longer class is on how to make the changes. And then for those that are kind of new or just want extra help, we have a design workshop where they go and actually work on their specific project. We also have an irrigation workshop where we lay out, use real sprinkler parts to lay out a fake sprinkler system and then turn around and modify that fake sprinkler system so that you can see how it's done using the real parts.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So those are kind of the education pieces you can take as, take the ones that apply to you. Follow us online. We're all over social media. And we've got a lot of great experts. We're going to do a lot of fun things this year with video. So
fun.
Follow along.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. See you, Brad.
Later.
Well, all right. There we go. That is episode 67, Localscapes with Cynthia Bee. I want to thank her for coming on this podcast. It was awesome. Thank you so much. I want to thank Brad for coming and doing this with me. Thanks for listening, Podlings. We love you. Hey, go check us out at horticult.com. It's where you can find all your horticult needs. We do a live stream Wednesday. We have been live streaming these podcasts, so if you want to see these podcasts live as we record them, unfiltered, unedited, come check us out on Wednesday live stream. Thank you so much, and plant on, Babylon.